Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I am doing a first impression survival hunter video, and quick disclaimer, just like the other first impression videos, I am a PvPer, so it's going to be mostly from a PvP point of view. So let's dive right into the first thing that everybody's been asking me, and that is, can survival hunter dual wield? If you've already read the patch notes, you know the answer to that question, but yes, survival hunter can dual wield. I had to buy BOA weapons just to show this because they didn't give it to any to us, but this alpha build, which happened today, they changed it where our spells can work like that now. And as proof, here's me using Raptor Strike, here's me using Takedown, Wildfire Bomb, Flame Pitch, Hatchet Toss, you know, pretty much all my abilities now work with it. So that is pretty much proof that you can dual wield for survival now. That is what the #1 thing people wanted me to show. So if that's the only thing you wanted to know, there's your answer. And yeah, so now we go over talents. Let's go over the things that have been removed on the left side of the talent tree first. Kill shot has been removed. I'm actually kind of disappointed with that, as kill shot was really nice, and I actually really like kill shot. It was one of my favorite abilities. Apparently Marksman Hunter keeps it, but Beastmaster also lost it and Survival lost it, which I'm, like I said, very disappointed. I loved kill shot. So let me know if you disagree or agree with it being removed. I personally am not a fan of that change, but that's just me personally. Explosive shot has been removed, and it now shares a nod with Tar Trap and Scare Beast, which were actually single talents you could pick in the talent tree before, so they merged those, and now you have to choose between those, which I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna go with Tar Trap. But yeah, so I don't really care that Explosive Shot was removed. It was another ability that I used pretty much constantly, but I'm not really upset to see that one gone. So Explosive Shot is gone. Scatter Shot is gone, which is a way to get melee off us or to interrupt targets, or you know, stuff like that. So I'm not really could care less either way about Scatter Shot. It's another CC though, which kind of sucks, so having to get melee off us might be a little bit trouble. But yeah, so it's kind of disappointing to see another CC gone, but you know, a lot of other classes lost their CC, so I feel like it won't matter too much. But yeah, rest in peace, Scatter Shot. Explosive Trap has been removed, which another one I'm kind of disappointed about. I mean, I can live without it, but knocking people off cliffs was really fun. But it's not just Hunter. I feel like there's only very few specs in the game that have a knockback now, like Kulturin, Drakthir. I know Jory's kept Typhoon, and I think Elemental Shaman has kept their knockback, but everybody else I believe has lost theirs, as far as I'm aware. So it is kind of disappointing, but you know, that's just how it is. So let me know what you guys think of the spells that have gotten removed. Once again, there are kill shots, explosive shots, scatter shot, and explosive trap, and that's on the left side of the challenge tree. So these are the ones that Hunter in general have lost. It is kind of disappointing, but I'm still mad about the kill shot one. I think kill shot should not have been removed. Now let's go over the ones that have been there's some new stuff that have been added, as well as stuff that has been moved around. Improved Feign Death. Feign Death cooldown has been lowered by 10 seconds if you pick the talents. Kindling Flare has been moved from the bottom right to the middle leftish area below a talent that has not been added yet. Don't know what's being getting put there, but something's going to get put there. Specialized Arsenal. This has gotten moved to lower because this used to be increased explosive shot damage, but since explosive shot is gone, they decided to put it down here now. Camouflage got moved to the left side a little bit more from the bottom, and then Binding Shot got moved down a few tiers as well. It's about put down a little bit lower. It was moved from the middle-ish area. What's some other ones? Born to be Wild was moved a little bit more to the left as well. Another new talent, Guttural Roar, shares a nod with Territorial Instincts, which I think everybody's gonna pick Territorial Instincts because having a reduced cooldown on your CC is way better than something that just now stuns nearby enemies for 1.0 seconds. So I don't think anybody's really gonna pick this talent. I feel like it's a waste, but you know, that's a new talent. And I think that's pretty much it for everything that's been moved around and that's new. So let me know what you guys think of the left side of the talent tree changes, all the new things that's moved, new talents, and stuff that's been removed. So, be curious to hear you guys' thoughts. Now for the right side of the talent tree, let's start off with the Apex talents first, to show you guys what they do. Raptor Swipe. Raptor Strike has a 25% chance to trigger a Raptor Swipe, dealing physical damage to nearby enemies and grant you 15 focus. So basically this is more, I feel like, a PvE thing. It can be really good in like Cleave as well, but I feel like this is kind of feels like more PvE for me. Raptor Swipe, Raptor Swipe, daring takedown. Your chance to trigger a Raptor Swipe is increased by 50%, and Raptor Strike and Raptor Swipe damage increased by 10%. So it's basically just your standard damage increase. And then Raptor Swipe. Raptor Swipes cause your pet to lash out, dealing physical damage to your main target and granting you 3% haste for 10 seconds. Multiple applications may elapse. So this will be pretty nice, granting you haste. Not to mention it overlaps, so you can get more haste as well. So I think this will be a pretty nice talent. Now let's go over the right side of the talents that have been removed. So Fury of the Eagle has been removed. Flanking Strike has been sort of removed, and Coordinated Assault has been sort of removed. I say sort of removed because they merged Flanking Strike and Coordinated Assault into one ability called Takedown. Basically what it does is it's basically a merge of both abilities. So they merged it to where like you do Flanking Strike as well as it increases your damage. So damage dealt by you and your pet is increased, and your attack speed is increased by 100%. So basically they merged both those abilities, and that's what Takedown is now. Some other things that have been removed are a lot of talents that buff, like, you know, kill shot. I do have like the live talent tree, well, brought up as well. They removed butchery as well, which I never use that. It's more of a PvE thing. They also removed mongoose bite, so you only keep Raptor Strike now. So mongoose bite is gone as well. And we obviously don't have Spearhead anymore. Spearhead's gone, but yeah, so. As for abilities, they have added to the game Flame Pitch and Boomstick. Apparently, when I was reading the patch notes, they made Boomstick apparently the new Fury of the Eagle, or similar to it, which, after messing around with it, it really is not kind of like that, in my opinion. So let me show you guys what Boomstick does. Boomstick is basically, this is what Boomstick does. It's just a channeling ability that does this. I don't see it really being good in PvP. I tried it out in a duel. It just was not really that good. It didn't feel that good at all. Maybe it could be good in like Battlegrounds and stuff, where you might be able to just do it, or like nobody like DPSing you or anything. But I don't see it worth it. I think there's better talents out there. I feel like this is gonna be more of a PvE thing. So. But yeah, that's what Boomstick does, and they have a talent that increases its damage by 40% when striking a single target, and then each additional target reduces its bonus. So, like I said, I feel like it's going to be more of a PvE spell, and that's currently what I'm thinking with Boomstick right now. Flame Pitch. This is probably one of the coolest things they've added for Survival Hunter, and here's what it does. It drops a flame on the ground, and basically leaves it on fire, which is really, really cool. I foresee this being really nice in maps like Eye of the Storm, where people are bunched up and there's not much for the people to run, or something like an AV Tower, where people are kind of like, I should say specifically the Horde AV Tower, because the Alliance is bigger, but in small situations like that where there's nowhere to run and you can just keep people in that AoE, it'll be really, really nice. I feel like it's kind of got a really cool animation as well. Like seeing the ground on fire is just really, really cool. And then there's some talents that buff it. So let me show you guys real quick as soon as I get out of combat. Let me put this back. And basically one of the talents is called Wildfire Imbuement, which when you throw it, causing you and your pets to deal additional fire damage. I don't think this is going to be super amazing, so I don't think it'll be worth it. But the other talent is 100% what makes this talent really crazy. Flame Pitch grants one additional charge, and when you use it, it grants you one charge of Wildfire Bomb. So if you use Wildfire Bombs and you need one, like for example, you can use your Flame Pitch and you'll have another Wildfire Bomb right off the rip, which is huge, so you can just spam those Wildfire Bombs. It is absolutely amazing. So you can get wildfire bomb charges that way. So this is going to be a really huge talent. I feel like everybody in PvP is probably going to grab these two, because these two are really, really crazy. Not to mention, while flame pitch actually hits pretty decently hard. They haven't done any tuning yet, so I guess I shouldn't get too excited about that, but it seems to hit pretty hard. So there is that. There is a bunch of new other talents around. Like I said, they removed a bunch of like kill shot talents, and they have like a bunch of other talents that have been added. Just some ones that have been added, for example, are mongoose rounds. Each time you fire a boomstick, gain 1 stack of mongoose fury, raptor strike increased by 10%. And then each time you fire a boomstick, reduce the cooldown of wildfire bomb. Those are some new talents. But like I said, boomstick I just don't feel is worth it. Some other stuff that's been added, I think, are like these bleed effects increase. There's so many different like new changes. You guys can see. For example, there's so many new ones. It's kind of like extremely overwhelming. So there's I think sticky bombs is new. When wildfire explodes, it leaves behind a sticky bomb on its primary target. And fire damage after its short delay, damage reduced by 8 targets. There's basically just a bunch of like standard damage increase now. Like wildfire bomb and flame pitch deal extra 20% critical strike damage. Raptor strike and broomstick deal extra critical strike and damage, which I think Black Rock Muttons will be better. And stuff like that. So overall, the other talents are more kind of like standard, damage increase. But yeah, that's pretty much all the new changes for Survival Hunter. We lost a lot of stuff. We gained some new stuff. I don't want to go like, you know, too like much into like all these, just standard damage increase. By the way, this is only the second build of Alpha. So if you're watching this in the future and some new stuff gets changes or added, this is the second week of Alpha. So just want to put that quick disclaimer out. But yeah, that's pretty much all the important things. All the stuff that's gotten removed, all the stuff, all the talents that have been moved around, all the new stuff have been added. Let me know what you guys think of the new Survival Hunter changes. There is some stuff for like the hero talent tree, like for example, lethal barbs. Your auto attacks grant you 2 focus and your pets. Auto attack damage is increased. Not really too impressive. We got the standard mastery increase, which is nice. Sentinel. For 15 seconds after takedown is replaced with Moonlight Chakram. Throw a Chakram imbued with Moonlight at your current target to will rapidly do physical damage. This sounds interesting. It's kind of like Death Chakram. I never played Sentinel as Survival, so I'm not really sure all the new stuff for this yet. So I'm not too entirely sure. I think the Moonlight Chakram might be new though. Throwing your Moonlight Chakram grants 1 charge of Wildfire Bomb and has a 100% chance to apply Sentinel's Mark. That could be kind of nice, but I think Pack Leader is just always going to be good for survival for PvP personally. When your Moonlight Chakram inspires and summons an explosion of Moonlight, deals reduced damage against 8 targets. Radiant Edge, when your Moonlight Chakram deals 25% increased damage each time it bounces. That's pretty much the new changes for the hero talent tree. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the new changes for survival. Also, we did lose Roar Sacrifice. Apparently, they added it to the class talent tree again. It was in the class talent tree, then they put it in the PvP talent tree, and now it's back in the class talent tree, but I don't see it anywhere. I'll have to look that up again later, but yeah, so that's all the class talent trees. That's the Apex talents. Overall, let me know what you guys think of the new talents and the ones that have been removed. I'm curious to hear you guys' thoughts, and that'll be it. I will see you guys later. Peace.